Dead as a Doornail, Book 6 of the Stan Kraychik Mysteries. Author, Grant Michaels. Publisher, St. Martin's Press, New York. Narrator, Eric Aust. Chapter 35. 3 days ago, I approached my property eagerly. Albeit in a freak snowstorm. I was meeting Timmy, and the day marked the official beginning of the house's big makeover, when the ugly duckling townhouse would begin its transformation from a swank elitist swan. I should have known better. April Fool's Day is not a good day to begin my serious enterprise. This time I'm anxious as I approach the house. If Myron is right, all I'm going to find inside are two humble creatures expressing their inevitable physical attraction to each other. No big deal. Fleas do it all the time. And I'm uneasy. It's probably the still fresh image of Timmy's body, which is what I found the last time I was in the house. They say the only way to conquer fear is to face it head on, so forward I go. The front door is still locked and sealed, so the amorous squatters have obviously entered another way. I find the secret portal and back. It's the cellar entrance, whose latch has been ripped from its moldering frame. I pull open the creaky door and go inside. "Hello," I call out. "Hello." No answer. "Hello, hello. Whoever you are, you don't belong here, so please leave." Too much hospitality? Not enough concierge? I creep my way up the basement stairs to the first floor. I call out again, but there's only silence. And then I hear a thump on the floor above me. I call out again. Again, no answer, but another thump. There's nothing to do but go to the second floor. I take the stairs carefully, and I notice again the tread where Chip Holton's foot went through the other morning. The image of Timmy's body flashes back, and something about that broken step isn't right. Up on the second floor, in what was once a back bedroom, judging by the rotted remnants of floral wallpaper, I find Angie, the hairdresser, lying on the floor. She's bound and gagged, and she's quite alive. I go and pull a wide strip of yellow police tape from her mouth. "It's Chip," she gasps. I tell her I know. "How?" she says. "Just now. That hole in the stairs. Chip told the police he went up the stairs to check on Timmy. But if that's true, the broken tread would be below where Timmy was found. And the broken step is above that. So Chip must have come down the stairs to check on him." "After he pushed him, you mean?" "Right," I say as I'm pulling police tape off her wrists. "Or else on his way up." I can't quite finish the sentence. "To kill him." Angie says, "Right from the start, I thought it was Chip. He was the only one without a good reason." I suppose her logic is as sound as my own, which is based on random guesswork. "That's why I hired him," says Angie, as my personal trainer, to see if I was right. "So it was you I saw at the gym today." Angie nods as she pulls the rest of the tape off her ankles. "Chip and me left there together right after you went out. But if you suspected him, why did you come here alone with him?" "Because I'm a stoop, okay?" she says. "I knew it was Chip as soon as he said Timmy talked to him, because according to the police reports, Chip never saw Timmy alive." "You saw the police reports?" "Sure," says Angie. "Why?" "How did you manage that? The cops don't exactly share their sacred documents." "There's nothing to manage," says Angie. "I saw them. I read them." "Did the cops show them to you?" Angie's eyes say I'm a fool. "You know," she said, "sometimes if you ask for something, it makes more trouble than if you just do the thing without asking. You catch my drift?" "I think I understand." "Took you long enough," she says. "So after I read the reports, I told Chip I figured it all out. Not too smart, okay? And he tells me he was just repeating that Thorne told him about Timmy's voice. Then he said there was still something here in the house that would prove I was wrong. And that's why you came here." "Right," says Angie. "And what was the thing?" "There was no thing," she says. "I told you, I'm a stoop." "Looks like you are too." "Where is Chip now?" "He went out," she says. "But we'd better hurry. He's got some plans for this place." We descended the stairway to the first floor. Once there, we move quickly along the hall that leads to the cellar stairs at the back of the house. Just as we approach the doorway, Chip emerges from the cellar stairs. He gives me a big smile. "Welcome home, fag." He's carrying two big brown paper bags. They almost look like groceries, but I know they're not. I can hear the heavy sloshing sound of liquid within metal containers. "You're not leaving, are you?" says Chip. "You must have just got here, although you had enough time to free up your little playmate." He sets the bags down carefully. "Walking back here," he says, "I was wondering how to get you alone, and now you just show up." "Alone?" I say. Chip grins. "Not the kind of date you have in mind. See, I accidentally let it slip to Thorin how that kid really died. Lucky for me, he missed it. But I figure with you nosing around, it's only a matter of time before it comes out." I say, "What did happen?" Chip smiles. Outside, a dog barks. Myron's voice calls out, "Betty, come!" Chip says, "There goes another nosy one." Please, please, let Betty have watched enough Lassie reruns to know how to go and summon help. Chip kneels down and opens the bag he's brought. With them, I see the tops of 4 large metal cans, the square kind with a flat handle that loops over the top. They're the kind of cans used for highly flammable liquids. While Chip is still kneeling, Angie and I look at each other. We nod in agreement, then make a quick run for it, but as we dash by Chip, he grabs my legs and pulls me down to the floor. Next thing I know, he's got me locked in a bear hold. He calls to Angie, "You run out, bitch, and the fag is dead." Angie stops. I tell her to go get the cops. She looks at me, and she's more scared than I am. Maybe it looks worse than it feels. Chip yanks me closer to him, tighter, squeezing my neck so it's hard to breathe. I squirm for air. I try to pull his hands away, but it's no contest with his strength. He says in my ear, "Are you afraid of my heat?" I manage to twist my head around to answer him. "Tal, I'm afraid of your breath." Chip pulls me up to my feet, and he's still got me locked in the death hold, grappling me from behind. Then I feel something hard poking at my butt. No wonder Chip overcompensates with his muscles. "Is that your little snub nose?" I say. He laughs. "Yeah," he says, "snub nose and deadly." Suddenly there's loud banging at the front door. "Police," they say. "Open up." Chip squeezes my neck hard and mutters in my ear, "Did you call them fag?" Angie shrieks, "Help! Help!" Then it happens all at once. The front door is bashed open and Lieutenant Branco rushes in with a whole crew of cops behind me. "Das Ex Machina!" I gasp. Behind me, Angie calls out, "Uncle Vito!" A Gay Mysteries audiobooks. I think it is easy to hate a label, but a face humanizes the word. So this effort is twofold. To offer comfort to those like myself that your world didn't end because you don't fit into the view of acceptable society on both sides. And in hopes of helping those with family that are LGBTQ, that it doesn't mean we are aliens from the child they once knew. Reassure them so they can maybe be supportive at the same time, being true to their values.